Kenya's decision to develop a national roadmap for buildings and construction sector was not just timely, but was essential. As a signatory to the Buildings Breakthrough and now the co-vice chair of the Intergovernmental Council for Buildings and Climate, Kenya has committed itself to translating its NDC commitments into concrete, measurable actions. We recognize that having global ambitions needs to be backed by actionable plans on the ground. The government has deliberately anchored this roadmap in global best practices, drawing from the global ABC methodology and even the Buildings Breakthrough agenda. With the technical assistance of GPPN, we have layered those frameworks with a strong, inclusive stakeholder engagement process. GPPN has convened a diverse and inclusive stakeholder base where our industry, our academia, other government bodies have all been actively participating. This ensures not just technical soundness, but legitimacy and shared ownership. The process has followed a tiered methodology. First, a situation analysis, and then a baseline assessment, all anchored in technical working groups drawn from our various partners. These groups validate data, process interventions, and even help prioritize actions. Alongside that, we are leveraging powerful tools to aid transparency and benchmarking of GBPN's carbon matrix tools, sustainable energy for all OBI, and collaborative insights with other organizations like WRI for breaking down actions to subnational levels. This multi-tool, multi-partner approach strengthens our ability to design interventions that are layered, actionable, and sensitive to Kenya's specific local context. We have also ensured that the roadmap is practical and that in the recent prioritization exercise, stakeholders have helped select early implementation projects that the industry is ready to even move forward. These priorities will form the backbone of how the roadmap becomes a living strategic national guide. As we move into finalization of our draft, the level of input from the technical working group, the buy-in from the industry players, including our architects, our manufacturers, our other consultants, and the alignment of the subnational governments has been a tremendous achievement. So what does this mean for global and even the regional partners? Kenya is leveraging best practices for global blueprints and further contributing them to influencing others. The roadmap is being watched in the region. It has potential to serve as a model to our other African countries eager to operationalize the Buildings Breakthrough commitments. Kenya's industry is ready. Our professionals, our innovators, our regulators are engaging. Our tools are in place. We have built a process that ensures momentum, transparency, and even higher level of accountability. Together, we are turning global climate actions into locally led actions and creating opportunities for partnerships that can scale impacts and local investments and even deliver a resilient zero emissions buildings for Kenya and beyond. Thank you.
AAK is an umbrella body of 8 professions in the built environment with over 5,000 members. We have been at the center of the decarbonization roadmap, and we have identified 3 opportunity areas, one of them being digitization. And within digitization, we are looking at how we can reduce the inefficiencies, especially to do with the processes and the programming of building and construction projects. Secondly, we are keen on the issues of inclusivity because we believe that even as an umbrella body, the whole sector, the life cycle of any construction projects requires the decision making of all stakeholders within a project and within the sector. Thirdly, we are looking at the issues of enforcement, which is a major challenge in our country. With the right regulations and laws and policies in place, it is important that enforcement and implementation of these laws is taken very seriously. At AAK, we believe that the roadmap is an important foundation towards the near zero emissions target by 2030. This can only be achieved by robust digital systems, a strong enforcement framework, and very important part of inclusion as part of the decision making.
At GBPN, we believe that the pathway to decarbonizing the building sector must be more than aspirational. It has to be practical, inclusive, and grounded in reality. That's why our work in Kenya is so important. We are developing a national roadmap for reducing embodied and operational emissions in the building sector. But this isn't just another plan, it is a living roadmap designed by Kenya's industry for Kenya's industry, while staying fully aligned with global 1.5-degree pathways. Our work complements the Global Alliance for Buildings and Construction, the Global ABC methodology. Like the Global ABC, we set milestones aligned with global net zero goals, and we use common technical tools such as life cycle assessment and performance frameworks. We further take these global frameworks and make them work on the ground. We start with Kenya's own data, policies, and practices. We engage the professionals and industries who shape the sector every day: cement and steel producers, architects, engineers, contractors, academia, and policymakers. By filling critical data gaps, such as creating localized emission factors, mapping supply chains, and identifying real points of intervention, we generate evidence that is not only credible, but actionable. To guide this work, we have established a coalition of built environment experts in multi-stakeholder working groups that bring together voices from government, academia, industry, and civil society. These groups ensure the roadmap reflects the realities and the priorities of the sector, while also strengthening ownership and capacity. Our tiered methodology builds in layers, starting with a baseline assessment of emissions and policies, and advancing through sector-specific working group consultations, and applying collaborative tools to refine actions. For instance, we are working with Sustainable Energy for All to leverage their Open Building Insight tool alongside our own carbon metric tool, which was developed in collaboration with Monash University to benchmark Kenya's progress and ensure that the roadmap aligns with international best practices while staying rooted in local conditions. And because knowledge alone isn't enough, we ensure our outputs are accessible and practical. Through the upcoming Knowledge Hub, we are curating resources, tools, and training to directly support professionals, regulators, and policymakers in making low-carbon choices. The result is a roadmap that mirrors global ambition and is owned by Kenya's industry and actively shapes how Kenya builds, from policies and standards right through to procurement and design practice. This is the ideal connection between global vision and local implementation. This is GBPN's strength. We bring together global expertise with local partnerships. We translate international commitments into steps that work on the ground, and we do it in a way that is inclusive, sector-driven, and designed to last. Our vision is clear: a building sector that not only contributes to Kenya's development, but does so sustainably, equitably, and in line with global climate goals. Our work in Kenya demonstrates how global climate ambition can be translated into local action, creating a model ready to be scaled across Africa's building sector. Thank you.